You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop on the road of life. You can't stop. You can't stop moving. Keep move. Keep that pace. You switching to gear. Let's go as we climb up the hill. Don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working. It's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady. Don't watch the clock go round.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How is everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday? This is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. Listen up.
Learning, always turning later. Cannot stop the time. Always merging into lanes that better suit us as we ride. Switch it up. Switching to gear, let's go. As we climb up the hill, don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working, it's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady, don't watch the clock go round.
As I said, this is Adionne, and you are listening to Chronicles of Livin podcast show. The show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know, us extraordinary folk doing the damn thing the best way we can. And today's topic is you have all you need. What more do you want? You do. Whether you believe it or not, you have all that you need to be happy. Whether you believe it or not. But the question becomes, when you have that feeling that you don't have all you need and you're not happy and you keep reaching for more and more and you believe that this more and more is going to make you happy, when you get it, then what? When you get the house of your dreams, the man or the woman of your dreams, and things start to go wrong with the relationship, or things start to fall apart in the house, are you still happy? Do you still appreciate gaining the relationship or the house or the new job, the new promotion that you have been working so hard for all of these years? All you can see is becoming manager, becoming the supervisor, the team leader, or if you play sports, becoming the captain or the, point guard, or, the main player on the team. Once you get those things and things start to unravel, it can be just one day that things go wrong. Are you still happy? Are you still satisfied? Is that what you really wanted? Do you feel like after something goes wrong, it's like, oh, I need another man. I need another woman. I need another house. I need another job. I need another promotion. It's always, I need more, Instead of just learning to appreciate what you have right now, no matter how small you think it is, there is always someone out there that wish they can have what you have. This topic came about because, as I do, I'm always searching the internet, because when I'm working on websites or video editing or things of that nature, I have to search for pictures and things like that. So I was searching for pictures for the new website. And if you did not hear the episode where I told, you all that my new journey, my new path, and where I am right now is nonprofit for reaching out to at-risk youth mainly. But of course, I'm always reaching out to my visionary dreamers out there and helping out the best way I can to make sure that you have the landmark for your dreams and visions to become reality. So that will never end. But what God has added to my journey is to start reaching out and helping to heal the youth of today and going to the different facilities that might house at-risk youth. I really don't believe in that title, but that's what they call it. But anyway, just as we as adults need healing, the youth of today need a lot of healing. So that is my new mission, and I will definitely keep you posted as I continue to work towards and as I get into the facilities, and I'll keep you posted. But right now I'm in a stage of getting all these certifications done, building a whole new website for the nonprofit, and it's a lot of work. And so I was watching this documentary today, and I'm going to finish this, but I think it kind of ties in because I was working on the website and I'm looking for pictures to fit the description of the different pages that I'm building. And I came across this documentary of Africa, people in Africa. And what it was about dreamers and entrepreneurs. Go figure that. So, I had to watch. And I was like debating because I'm like, oh, wow, this video is 55 minutes long. I am on a time schedule when I work because I'm so focused. I've worked for myself for so long. I set goals. I set times for myself to complete one thing so I can move on to the next. And everything was in the African language, which means I had to read the whole video. And I'm sitting there speed reading and working on catching everything that they're saying. But I believe that I caught what I needed to catch, And I really wanted to share, the feeling that I received from this video was that, just as the title says, you have what you need. What more do you want? This was in was it synagogue or something like that? Synagogue. I might be saying it wrong. Don't email me on it. Anyway, so there were different entrepreneurs that lived in Africa, and they were sharing their views on far as life and far as fighting to have what it is that you want out of life, and how a lot of them migrated and felt that they can make it more in the United States or in Europe. And so some got on the boats and people died journeying over to the so-called land of opportunity, the United States of America. And these are people that died working towards, and I'm going to say trying to get what we already have, what we was born into. We were born here. For those who were born in the United States that's listening, because I know you are all listening all across the world. And so for some reason, they felt that they didn't have what they needed in their own country. And that if they came to America, if they came to Europe, then they would get what they wanted out of life. And what happened was a lot of them didn't. Some wound up never even getting work, and some wound up getting caught up and placed in jail just because they were trying to make an honest living and selling things on the street, not drugs, but things they might have created, and wound up getting caught up during a couple of years, and come to find out that they were the best out of their family, the best hope for their family back in Africa. And so the views in this Pacific part of the country of Africa, it may be in other countries too, that's not so-called as rich in materialistic or money as we are. And I say it that way because that's what we place our value on, you know? So let me go back. I'm working hard not to get sidetracked because there's so many feelings that I have about this right now. So if they went back home, like say if they don't make it in the United States, and the way their family back home felt was this: if they came back, that meant that they were failures. Even if they didn't get a job for a couple of years, even if, times was hard or they got locked up, and, if you get locked up, then you're on parole, then you got to figure out another way to make money because some people don't want to hire people, on parole or that have a record. So that's like extra for them. Because here, if we're born and raised in America and you get locked up, you kind of somewhat can maneuver a little bit more because you have family here. But these are people that come here with no family. And if things don't go right for them, they have to find another way. But yet, we are here, born into this land, into this country. And yet, sometimes some people can come from other countries and do better than the people that live here. I mean, it's the work ethic. I truly believe that because a lot of us take for granted that we are born here and that there are jobs, and that if you want to go out there and get a job, you can, we take it for granted. We take that, whatever job we get, we look at it as we're working for the company. When in reality, and this is what one of the guys said. Oh, I love this line. He said, you're not working for your employer. You're working for yourself. Whoa, that's huge. When he said that, I was like, I don't know about y'all, but I felt that, it's true. You are not working for your job, for your career. You're not working for none of that. You're not working for the head boss in charge. You are working for yourself. You are a representative of you. And so how you work, if you go to work and you want to be on social media instead of doing your work, learning the craft, taking that and having it. So if you do decide to go to another job, you have mastered whatever skills that you learned from that job. So now you go to another company and it's like, whoa, they the bomb. Like, these are the things that, you have to learn to do. You have to learn how to appreciate where you are and make the best of it. And make it where as though you look at it as to how is it going to benefit you in the future. See, every job that I had is benefit me right now, because majority of the time I went for the jobs that I wanted and I got them. I had an agenda in my head. If I knew that I was working towards a certain goal, then I would go for a type of job that's in that field that I could learn. I could learn that craft. I could learn how that system work, so that when I go do the thing for me on an entrepreneurship tip, I got it. I know what I'm doing. Or if I want to go work for another company, I'm just like, I'm not last in line. Basically, this is how we need to learn how to function. And sometimes maybe you're not in position to get what you want, to start the career you want, to start to get into the job field that you want. But trust me, if you sit down and you write out a list of all the things that you want to learn for you in order to make you a better person, in order to be able to work at your dreams and visions, you sit down and you write that list. What is it that it takes? What will it take for you to make your dream or vision a reality? What are the skills that you need? Write them down. And then start grouping it up. And then you realize, okay, this is the type of company that I need to work for to learn and to get better at this skill set. Let me apply to those type of companies, to that type of industry. Let me go work on that certificate or certification or license. Let me go back to school to get a degree in that. See, we don't do that. A lot of times we just go out here, we just go get a job. Our whole mission is what society has painted for us, and that is go to college or, go to a trade school, get some type of certification, get you a good job, marry you a good woman or man, get a big house, get a fly car, save up some dollars, and retire. And when you retire, travel whenever you can or whatever you can, because you're not making that much on your retirement, because, they're not giving you a whole 100%. This is the way society has painted life for us, and so many of us will follow the standard quo and will never go after our dreams and our visions out of fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of what everybody else thinks, what everybody else is going to say. Let me tell y'all something. When I decided that I had more baggage in me that I needed to unload, that I, felt like I needed more healing for me, and I decided to pack up the last apartment that I was in before I moved to the retreat center, I downsized. I went from selling a house, let my son go to college, getting an apartment. I'm making this short because y'all know it was some drama in between. But, oh no, the last apartment, I think I had a 3-bedroom. I had a 3-bedroom, 3-bedroom, get evicted, go into a shelter for a month, move into a 2-bedroom, unload the 2-bedroom, move to an institute where there's just a room. I was just in a room, a dorm room, because that's how I was set up. But when I tell you how you need to learn how to appreciate where you are and stop grabbing for more, but learn that this life is for you. This life is for you to live to the fullest and to get the most out of it. Personally, physically, mentally, spiritually, you know? And so, believe it or not, I was chill in my little room. I had everything that I needed right there. I did not miss the stuff I gave away. I might miss my bed. Well, the bed was comfortable, but I just liked that bed. But I had everything that I needed. I had a gym there to use. I had cooked 3 meals a day. I didn't even have to cook, personal chefs, as they say. We used to joke all the time, like, we live in a mansion. We got personal chefs and, we had yoga classes. I was able to go to different classes and learn different things for free that other people was paying for. I was sharpening my skills, my event planning skills, and sharpening my video editing and AV skills, working for the Institute. This is what I'm saying, y'all. You have everything that you need if you put yourself in a mindset as to why do you really need the things that you want so bad that at this point you can't have, So I was able to do that all while I was working on my blog. I was working on a podcast show. I kept everything flowing. Might have fell off on Chronicles-of-Livin-podcast, but what you have to realize is this. When I say you have everything you need, that's including your talents and your gifts that sometimes you never tap into because you're too lazy or because, again, you're scared of failure. You're fearful. Well, I tap into each and every last one of my talents and my gifts all the time. I sharpen them the best way I can. I will read. I will watch video after video tutorial, or I go take a crash course for a certification in it so I can learn what I need to learn to make sure my dreams and visions become reality. So I won't have to be dependent on anybody else as to what I need. Right now, what I'm doing in building this nonprofit organization that I just started is when I say I'm working on my website, the stuff that I'm doing, I just left the Institute working with a team, with a creative service team of, I believe it was maybe like 9 or 10 people, something like that does on a daily basis from 9 to 5 what I'm doing all by myself. So when I fall off on being on social media and keeping that updated, y'all gotta charge my heart, not my mind, because I'm one person. Although when the time is right, my team is going to come along. And then I will be able to focus on all the other little social things. But right now, I'm a focused person. So that whole 9 to 5, no, I'm working almost 18 hours a day. Working on my dream. Working on my dream and my vision that is going to have such a positive effect on the youth of today. So I'm working for me to make sure that I live out my purpose before I leave this earth. You tell me, if you went to the doctors tomorrow and they said, and the doctor told you, well, I don't know what happened, but you have a situation that's going to take your life in a week. 1 week. I guarantee you this. You will go home and you will start appreciating a lot of stuff. You start appreciating the people, your loved ones, the place that you live in, the car or the bus or whatever, however you get around transportation wise. You're going to start appreciating that stuff. See, me, I'm grateful that I was blessed to have experienced big houses, having big houses, having and getting a house built from the ground, designing my own home at a very young age. I experienced that. I experienced owning other homes and selling them and then downgrading to apartments, going from house to apartment, house to apartment. I experienced basically almost the main luxury cars, having them and driving them. And now I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment. My choice. There's no need for a 2-bedroom. My son and his friends just got approved for a single home next year for college. Why am I going to do a 2-bedroom? That's a waste of money. I have my little separate office space. I got my nice little outside deck, my little sanctuary, my plants. I'm so chill. And when my son come here, I got me a couch bed for him, and he has his area, and our kitchen is big enough for him to get his computer stuff and have his own separate space. I have my own separate space, and when my grandbabies come, I have a huge room for more sleeping space. And the car that I'm driving now is a small compact car. The best car that I ever drove. I brought it for my son, but when he gets his license, he can have it. But until then, he's procrastinating, but he's going to get it this summer. But I realized that I feel good driving that car. It's a nice car. You know what I mean? And when I give him this car, I believe I'm going to go get that same car for me. I got to get my other car fixed, but I think I'm going to trade that in and get the same car. Because I went to Georgia from PA for $100 in that car, where my other car, my luxury car, ran me $300. So these are the things we got to start thinking about. What's really more important? What are we really reaching for all this stuff for? One of the guys in the video said, I want to get it right. He said, we are not poor. We're just poor in materialistic things. Something of that nature. I know that's what he meant. So basically he's saying that what I'm saying, you have everything you need, you know? You're not poor. You're just poor because you believe you need to have all these materialistic things that you see on the TV, that your friends you grew up have, that, you know, your family members have, and you feel like you're missing out. Well, the more things, the more money you need to pay for those things, the more you need to work to maintain the money to pay for those things. Some of the poorest people in the world are the richest people in the world. Let me explain what I mean by that. Not every rich person, and I'm not sitting here saying, oh, don't strive to be rich. Of course, we all want to be well off and want to be comfortable and things of that nature. This is not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is this. Appreciate what you have right now while you're working towards what it is that is yours. Because everything that is yours, you will get when the time is right. No one can stand in your way but you. So my point about some of the richest people in the world being poor is this. Some of them, not all of them, you know, but a lot of them have these personalities that will cause some people to not want to be bothered. Some of them are a little obnoxious. Some of them think that, they own the world and that the grass only grow under their feet. So their personality is poor. And when their personality is poor, that means the people around them are not genuine. I'm thinking about the singer. They're not genuine. So therefore, they don't know what a real friendship is or what true love is. Sometimes, they can be rich and be in this relationship and they're not really in a relationship because both parties are just chasing that money. So they don't have time for each other to be able to enjoy each other because they're always working to keep the status quo. Or if they have children, they don't appreciate their children because they just want to throw money at them instead of time, where time is more valuable. And you don't even have to be rich to fit this description. But I'm just breaking things down for y'all so y'all can see that you really have all you need. So if you say to me, oh, Adionne, you don't understand. I'm in a shelter or I'm in jail. Well, let me say this. Okay, I was in a shelter for a month. And you know what that being in a shelter did for me? Gave me time. It made me relax and think. Have time for me to map out my plan. To map out, okay, where did I go wrong to get myself in this position? To think about the things that I need to do for me. You know what I mean? To become a better me. See, you get in these situations, and that's the same thing if you're incarcerated. I've seen so many people go to jail, come back from jail. Some go back to jail, like come back working at doing the same thing and thinking they're doing better. That would be my son's father. Sorry. But what I'm saying is, if you in those type of situations, then maybe that means that it's time for you to sit down and figure out what you need to do in life. Use the tools that you have to better yourself while you're in that situation. Don't stress about being in a situation. Don't get me wrong. They jacked up situations. They really are. But if you change your thought process and you realize, like, you know what? I'm here. I'm in this situation. What can I do to focus to make sure when I get out this situation, I'm better than I was before I came into the situation? That's what I'm talking about. People that's incarcerated, I'm like, if you do all these years, man, you should be smart as a whip when you come out. Because you ain't got nothing but time. You don't have nothing but time to read books, to get in whatever programs they have, to sharpen whatever skill set, to figure out your talent, what you're good at, build some. I know they used to have the wood stuff, woodcraft school or whatever in there. Make some money, learn how to do some art, send some stuff back home. Man, listen, I'm not saying I want to be there. But what I'm saying to you is, if you got a family member or a friend, you need to get on the phone and talk to them or go visit them and motivate them, encourage them, and tell them, look, you in this situation, work on yourself. So when you come home, you are better than you were before you came here. We got to change our mindset. We look at every situation that don't go our way as, oh my God, I'm going to die. No, you're not. Okay? You can't tell me. I've experienced so many lows, so many highs, but in them lows that I experienced, I've experienced going to welfare. I've experienced, I already said the shelter. I experienced my lights being cut off, my gas being cut off, my water being cut off. I've experienced all of that. And in the midst of each and every last one of them, my son was with me. So therefore, I had to make up in my mind, am I going to show him that you're supposed to lose it when you're in these situations? Or am I going to teach him how to work with the situation? Well, I chose the latter. I chose to teach my child that this is life. And every now and then, you might fall. And so when you fall, these are the things that you can do to make that fall a little softer. To, live with the moment, work with the moment until you get out of the moment. So when the lights was off, I had candles. I always keep flashlights. We played games when he got out of school. He still did his homework. It was so many things. I made it fun. And you might say to me like, oh, Adionne, come on. No, I got video footage in which I hope I didn't lose. I have video footage of making fun out of our situation. We learned how to live without the water being on for a whole month. Getting jugs of water and, learning I taught him how to wash dishes and take a shower with jugs of water. So you can't tell me nothing about a struggle. Nothing. I always stay positive. I always still encourage folk, even in the midst of my struggle. A lot of times, folks didn't even know what we was going through. Just me and my son. We knew. And that's why today, he is the brightest of the brightest. He has skills that some adults don't even have. I guarantee you this, he can outthink some adults. If it was a drastic situation, he would figure out how to get out of that situation or how to make that situation work. All because I didn't panic. I didn't panic in the midst of my struggles and our obstacles. No, I gained more knowledge, more wisdom, more discernment so that I wouldn't get in those situations again. And that's what I continue to do. I continue to appreciate where I am in life and work with it, work around it. Make sure that whatever it is that I'm reaching for, my goals, my dreams, and my visions, that is something that's going to add to the world, not take away. It's going to make a difference. So me coming on this podcast show every week, no matter what, and sometimes I've been pre-recording a show lately because I know I've been doing some traveling and having to get some things done just so it could come on. But this is what I'm saying. This was one of my dreams. And I'm living it right now. And I'm doing it and being faithful to the show in the midst of all the stuff that's happening and going on around me to prove a point to you that there are no excuses. There are no excuses. You don't have to stop your dreams and your vision just because things go haywire. That should be the joy in your life to make sure you still do that. When I come on this podcast show, I don't think about nothing else but you guys. Talking to you, inspiring you, encouraging you, motivating you so that you can transform, that you can make a huge transformation in your life with whatever you're doing, with your family, with your spouse, with your finances, so that you can start believing in you and stop listening to everybody else. Believe in you. You have enough. You are enough. You have everything that you need to make your dreams, visions, and goals come true. You just got to get out there and do the damn thing the best way you can. And stop being afraid of failure. Stop being afraid of the naysayers that's probably not even working towards their dreams and visions. They just want to live the status quo. Just because you're different don't mean something wrong with you. It's great that you're different. It's great that you think different. If we all were the same, life would be boring. If we all were the same, I wouldn't be talking to you through this internet, because somebody had to think outside the box to create the internet so that we can connect all across the world. They didn't give up. I'm sure they didn't figure it out the first time, the second time, the third time, probably the 100th time. They didn't give up. And because they didn't give up, we're all benefiting from using the internet, social media, keeping in touch with our loved ones, networking, meeting new friends, all because somebody had a vision that we can be connected through computers. That's some deep shit, y'all. I need y'all to meditate on that. Meditate on that. And you crying about what you don't have to make your dreams and visions become a reality. You have all you need. Meditate, focus, get her done. Get her done. Okay? So I'm going to go, but hopefully I didn't start something and didn't finish the sentence, because y'all know sometimes I can go a little over there and then come back over here, but I just feel passionate about this topic because I know what I've been through, and I know I never gave up on me. So it hurts my heart to see other people give up on themselves just because they believe they don't have all they need. That hurts my heart. Work with what you have, y'all. Do the damn thing. It's time. It's time. Sometimes it could be a now or never thing. So get her done. Okay? This is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And you're listening to Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know us extraordinary folks doing the damn thing the best way we can. I love you guys. Keep coming back. Make sure you email me, adionne-your-dream-pusher @gmail.com. Any questions? Like, share, subscribe. You know all that good stuff. I love you guys. Until Wednesday, peace. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chronicles-of-livin-podcast. Until next time, this is Adionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.